If you missed your podcast of it, US.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right, it's all right.
And now, a guy who believes a penny saved isn't jack Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Night Light. I believe in saving everything. Save your pennies, folks. The way things are going, you might need them. Welcome to Night Light. I am Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you with me on this Wednesday night. This is the night that I have come to know is the night you cannot find parking in downtown Green Bay because of the farmers market. And so it's a little crazy here downtown. I was running a little bit behind today, and I'm not going to be honest. I'm just going to be forthright and tell you guys I'm in kind of a bad mood. And a lot of it is because of my fellow human beings who don't know how to drive on the highway. The swear words coming out of my mouth, I surprised even myself. And I'm not proud of it, but oh my gosh, learn how to drive on a 4-lane highway. The 2-lane system, Conrad, the passing lane, the concept of the passing lane. I don't think people, I think they think the right lane is the slow lane. The left lane is the just take a country drive lane. So I'm dealing with that, folks. But now I'm here. I'm happy. I'm on the air. We're going to have a great show tonight. I'm going to shake these Highway 41 blues. I will say this. I don't get upset. I get upset, but I don't tailgate. I still keep my distance. I just kind of curse. I calmly curse. And sometimes though, it will get into my head that I think people are doing this just to mess with me. And that's not right. That's how conspiracy theorists are born. So I did keep my cool, but oh my gosh, I'm surprised. I was like making up swear words. We should do a swear word question again because that was fun when we did it last time.
That was.
We'll have to do that because I got some new ones I want to spring. Fun night here tonight on Night Light, folks. We are in the middle of the week. One of our, I don't want to say the last summer weeks, but we're in August. And I noticed, it's depressing. Last night I was driving home. And it seemed like up until last week, I was getting home and it was still light out. It's about an hour drive. This week, all week, I've noticed about 8:40, it's pretty dark. And it's not just dark, because dark is easy to drive in. Light and dark are fine. It's that hazy dusk when you can't see as well. And your lights don't really do much. So I've noticed that. So that kind of depressed me a little bit. I'm like, I guess summer is winding down. But
you got to enjoy the days because it's going to be winter, and
no, I know
we're not going to like it then. So you got to enjoy it.
I'll take my 40 minutes of daylight on the way home. It's just going to dwindle with each passing day, but that's okay. We are here to talk about things that make us happy. So let's jump right into that, folks. Great show tonight. My pal Craig Anthony Knitt is here. He is a Northeast Wisconsin filmmaker, and he is fresh off a visit to Comic-Con in San Diego. So we'll get we'll get the straight dope on what happened at Comic-Con. Last year, do you remember last year he went and he took a picture with Tom Lennon and they sent it to me, which is cool. And then Tom was on the show shortly after, but they bumped into each other there. That was kind of fun. So we'll talk to Craig at 6:35. He's in studio. And then we have another in-studio guest, repping Northeast Wisconsin tonight on Night Light. Singer-songwriter Deandra Marie will be here performing live in the studio and talking about a show she has coming up. I believe it's this Saturday here in Green Bay. So we'll tell you all about that and where you can hear Deandra Marie live. She's so much fun, a lovely personality, and an even more lovely singing voice. She'll be here in studio as well. She and Craig are going to cross paths. Have you noticed that? There's no time. It's very short. I don't know. Hopefully, Deandra has not brought an 8-piece orchestra with her. I think it's probably just a guitar or her keyboard.
Yeah.
but we'll figure it out. Do you know?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. It's always fun to have surprises in the middle of your radio show.
Yeah.
So that's the show tonight, folks. We got a fun question. Lots to talk about. I saw this. This made me really laugh. It's in my beats for tomorrow, my Hollywood beats I do here at Civic Media that you can hear at the bottom of the hour. Apparently, this is a thing. Wolves, as you may or may not know, Conrad, go after cattle, and they can eat cattle. So the Department of Agriculture, U.S. Department of Ag, as it were, plays loud gunshots and fireworks and firecrackers and all that to keep wolves away. And now they've added part of a movie that you might remember from 2019, a Best Picture nominee called Marriage Story. And they put clips of actors Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson arguing and yelling at each other to keep the wolves away. To literally keep the wolves away. I say, just put on a Rob Schneider movie, and wolves and cattle will nod off quickly.
You can do it.
Now, that didn't insult you. I know you're a Sandler fan.
No.
But you got no love for
He
Rob
has
Schneider.
He has some bad movies.
He was a good stand-up. Back in the 80s, he was on the HBO Young Comedian special, and he was very funny. I was a fan of his stand-up for a long time. He's gotten kind of weird, but his movies just aren't that good.
He has a new stand-up, I believe, on Prime or something like that. I haven't
It's all
checked out
political, though, right?
yet. I'm not totally sure.
Pretty sure a lot of it's political. And he sees there's an audience there for that. So I think all of a sudden he like pivoted, which was weird. And I've seen other people do that too, whether they're like YouTube influencers or Twitter people that I know who are comedians. I'm like, wait a minute. He doesn't really, that's not, but whatever, there's an audience. If you can make some money, it's a capitalism at its finest. But that's I thought that was interesting. Marriage Story. And I don't remember the arguing being that overt in that. I mean, it was hard to watch at times because there was tension, but I don't remember putting on two actors arguing to keep wolves away. What else did I got a lot of stuff here. Tulsa King. Do you watch it?
No.
Sylvester Stallone? Okay.
I saw like a clip of it on TikTok, and I don't know, it didn't interest me.
I did watch the first season. It's a guilty pleasure. It's not a good show. Stallone is just getting to be a caricature of himself. He's kind of like 75 now. Still jacked, which is roids. No one looks like that without steroids. But they're getting a season 3 that drops on September 21st. And here's something interesting. Okay, the other day, on Monday, I came down early and I went to see Naked Gun at, was it Marcus East?
Yeah, if it was Stadium Seating, that's Marcus East.
Over there by your hood, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get, David Zucker and Jerry Zucker are native Wisconsinites. They wrote the original with with a Minnesotan named Pat Proft. And I've tried to have Pat on the show. Pat and I are Facebook friends. We don't know each other, but I'm a huge fan of Pat. I grew up in those movies, Hot Shots, Naked Gun, Airplane. And Pat always, I don't think he's really into being on the radio, but he always, even though he doesn't know me, he responds and he writes something funny. So today, oh, you have my phone. I can't read it. I asked him, I said, I would love to get you on the show and talk about Naked Gun or just some of the things you've done in a Facebook message. And he writes back, very possibly. How's that for a non-committal answer? And I just wrote back, top notch, Pat. But I would love to get him on because Hot Shots, Naked Gun, and Airplane are 3 of my favorite movies, comedies of all time. And one of those he wasn't involved with. He might have been involved in Top Secret and not Hot Shots. I can't remember, but I did reach out to, guess who David Zucker's agent is, by the way? It's a scene. He's a guy from a kids movie. There's a very famous kids movie, and he was a kind of a very memorable character from the movie, and he's now an entertainment lawyer.
Who? I know. I think I read this, but I forgot. So who is it?
I might have spoken about it on the show. I've met him once. He was friends with the head writer at Sports Soup when I was on the staff, the writing staff and performing staff at Sports Soup. His name is Jeff Cohen, and he was in the Goonies as Chunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yeah. Yep.
He's not a chunk anymore either. The guy's like
No.
a lean, mean fighting
Yeah,
machine. He has a really
yep.
cool look. But I did reach out to him today to try to get David Zucker on the show. I would love to talk to him about his movies and Pat Proft. I don't know if they're still friends or not, but I did laugh at Pat's response. So before we talk about, I'm going to save that because that's a good tease. Seeing radio, Conrad. I'm trying to be better with my teases.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
All right. So we will, right now, without further ado, folks, we're going to talk about how we spend our money. That's right. A little finance talk here at Nightlight. It's time for our question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
What do you waste money on? I saw this article recently, and it bothers me. I can't find it. I want to say it was in Business Insider, but they did one of those things where they list all the things people waste money on. And it was a lot of the stuff you thought, lattes and credit card fees and all that kind of stuff. But that is our question of the night. What do you waste money on? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Text us on the Civic Media app, folks, or text us if you're watching the radio on the stream on YouTube, Facebook, or X, Twitter. Give us a like or follow if you're there. We'd love to hear from you guys. It's great to have a little support. And text us what you waste money on. I will read your text on the radio, and we'll have some fun with that. Do you have the social media responses? Because there were some good ones. What was yours?
Well, it's two. I would say one I put on was I do spend a lot of money on like protein bars.
Yeah.
Because they're fixed at like Candy Fix.
I know.
They are good. And when you find the right one, which I did, and they're called Barbell.
That's the name of the protein bar?
Barbell Protein, and they have a
Brilliant.
bunch of different flavors.
Okay.
But they're so expensive.
How much for one bar?
For one bar, yeah, if you go to Festival or GNC, it's like, $4 or $5 for one.
Per bar.
Yeah.
And how many do you eat a day?
Well, I bought 3 of them last week and they're gone. So
Okay. That's a good one. For me, it's DoorDash.
yeah,
I don't want to. And here's the deal. I live in a small town. Marinette has like 11,000 people in it, connected more or less to Menominee, Michigan, same size roughly. So the area with Pescia goes about 25,000 people. For whatever reason, it takes me forever to get places in this small town. And if I want to go to like Jimmy John's, that's a 10-minute car ride, and then back. Most of it's because where I live. I don't live right in town, but I live technically in the city limits. So I do DoorDash. I just want to keep working. I don't want to get in my car. And it bothers me because before DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever you use, I would just factor that in. I'd get out of the house. It was great. And I'd go get a sandwich or whatever. But I would say DoorDash because if I go to let's say Jimmy John's and I get a sandwich, chips, whatever, it's $15. Somehow I'm spending $35 with tip on DoorDash. That is an absolute waste of money. And just saying it now, I'm mad at myself. So I don't do it often, a couple times a week, but I would love to not have to do that anymore.
there's a quick fix. Uninstall
Absolutely.
it.
Well, here's the problem, Mr. Smarty Pants. I've done that.
Yeah.
And then the next week I'm like, damn it. And then I activate the app again. It takes about 4 seconds. So it needs to be a little more of a pain in the butt for me to do that, for me to not use DoorDash.
Yeah, I mean, I when I went to school in Milwaukee, I'd use it all the time. Even though I could walk to any of the stores that I could get food from. So I did it too.
And here's the thing, actually Jimmy John's has their own app, but DoorDash I use for other stuff. I'm just using that as an example. I have a friend who said his daughter racked up like $500 of Ubers in 2 weeks in Chicago, a college student.
Oh, and that's just Uber or Uber
That's
Eats?
just Uber. That's her. And whatever, you want to do that after hours. But man, if that's how you're getting around, that's going to add up quickly too. But what do you waste money on, folks? Let us know. And then I'm going to come back in just a minute and tell you about a really disgusting new smoothie flavor. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight. Great to have you with me on the Civic Media Radio Network.
A teardrop star.
97 point.
And Alzheimer's, the world's largest fundraiser to fight the disease. Join us by registering at alz.org/walk.
Turn up the summer vibes at Chula Vista Resort, your playground for summer dreams, water parks, and sun-soaked pools. Epic water slides, soaring zip lines, and world-class golf. Dine in the #1 steakhouse in Wisconsin. Chula Vista Resort. Call 1-800-388-4782 or visit chulavistaresort.com.
Chula Vista Resort is one of the top 10 indoor water parks in the USA with 26 water slides over 1.5 miles long. Find out more at chulavistaresort.com.
Keeping you connected to your local community with real news and great conversation. Here's Terry Barr with the Civic Media Radio Network.
The 174-year-old Wisconsin State Fair is underway and is a finalist for USA Today's 10 Best list. Could it be the Cream Puffs? Here's Christy Chuckle with the fair.
The Cream Puff was created to showcase the dairy industry in Wisconsin.
The story of Cream Puffs never gets old, and now renovations of the former Cream Puff Pavilion, renamed the Dairy Building, will show off a new kitchen and more.
Watch them being made right there, right before you buy them. That's why they're so delicious.
The bakers, known as Team Cream Puff, will be able to crank out more than 400,000 during the fair. They're even adding chocolate cream puffs for the first time. And it turns out there's a secret to eating them.
Just twist, open it. It doesn't necessarily squish all over, but some people just like to go for it.
So go for it and enjoy the tasty history of the State Fair. Until next time, I'm Terry Barr.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthrough.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Great to have you with me. We are broadcasting live from beautiful downtown Green Bay on a summer night. There's a few more of these left, and we're going to enjoy them while they last. On this day, or was it yesterday? Whose Line Is It Anyway? Dropped. You ever watch that show?
No, but we had a guest.
Joel Murray.
Yeah, Joel Murray.
Great guest. Great guy. And then Risky Business. One of my all-time favorite films. Great movie with Tom Cruise. Kind of his first big, he was in The Outsiders, and maybe he did Taps, but Risky Business really put him on the map. Have you seen Risky Business? It is.
I have not.
Outstanding. High school kid basically becomes a, lack of a better word, he runs escorts out of his house while his parents are out of town.
Nice.
He kind of backs into it. I mean, we've all done that, but he was able to make money at it, which was good. Very good movie. Funny, some action. Good stuff. Our question of the night, what do you waste money on, folks? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. I said DoorDash-type services. Conrad said protein bars. Those are very expensive. A lot of people spend, I bet I was spending $40 a week on coffee, $50 a week 20 years ago because I would go get it. That's $200 a month. That's a summer home payment in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's insane. I make my own coffee now at home, and it saves me a lot of money. I make it the way I like it. But what do you waste money on? There's so much stuff. Credit card fees, clothes. I'm not a clothes guy, but I have learned to shop at secondhand stores, which I've really enjoyed. So those are our question. That's our question for tonight, folks. The tease before the break. There's a really disgusting new smoothie flavor out there. Conrad, you found this. Why don't you tell the fine people what you discovered?
Well, it was newly announced today, actually. And if you go to, I don't know where a Smoothie King is around here or anywhere in Wisconsin, but if you have one near your house,
you
can look forward to something. And it's a Heinz tomato ketchup smoothie by Smoothie King.
You know, you said something about mustard before. We had Barry Levinson on last week, who is the curator of the National Mustard Museum in Madison. And some of the mustard products he was talking about at first sounded a little cringe, and then it was like, boy, that actually sounds good. A mustard smoothie, Yeah, there you go. If you're watching on the stream, we got a picture up of the Heinz tomato ketchup smoothie. Kind of gross. I would go mustard. If I had to pick a condiment to make a smoothie, I would go mustard, I think. That does not look appealing.
You know, I'm questioning why there's strawberries in the background of that.
Yeah, that's a little misleading. I'm sure it's not just ketchup blended up with ice. I mean, there has to be something else in there.
That would be funny if it was just tomato and water and,
they put
and
no
ice.
thought into it whatsoever.
And it's real. Someone on their Instagram, said, "I know this is fake," and Heinz replied saying, "Yes, it's real and it's delicious. Try the new Heinz tomato ketchup smoothie, now available at select Smoothie King locations."
Really? Somebody from Heinz posted that they like it?
Yeah,
that's interesting. Another thing, I want to read some text here before we go to the news, but the NFL and ESPN merged. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm just I'm a little sad still because I don't get Red Zone. Like, it's not ad free anymore. It used to be 7
on
hours
the NFL Network.
7 hours of ad free football.
So
Scott
doing
Hansen,
away with that?
Yeah, there's going to be ads on it now. Because every time when you watch Red Zone, every time something would cut to a break, any game,
right,
it would turn to a different one. Now they're actually going to have ads in it, so it sucks.
A lot of people could probably fight me on this, but I think the NFL package is something people overspend on. And I bought it 2 years in a row. When I got DirecTV, I got it for free for 1 year. Then I paid for it the next year. Now it's up to like $500 for 17 games.
Yep.
And the Major League Baseball package, at least the marquee on the Cubs network, is like $100 for 162 games, or something like that. So I stopped doing the NFL. I couldn't afford it. Or I could, but it's like, my kids need food or shoes or college tuition. I couldn't justify spending $500. You could if you got a group together and made an event of it. It's money well spent. If you watch all the games, I just wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't pay for it myself, so I.
You get it though?
No.
Oh,
but I watch it still.
You pirate it?
Maybe.
All right, we'll talk about sources at the break. I'd love to know how you do that. Our question tonight, folks, is what do you waste money on? Let's go to some of the text here. Brian Mills, watching on the stream, I should say, on Facebook, says soap. Boy, I was not expecting that as an answer.
I could agree with that. When I was in college, I would go to Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
And they'd always have like a deal going on, and I'm like, I need some more soap.
Dude, you're a single college guy going to get soap and you're buying it at Bath and Body Works?
Are you kidding? They have some of the best smells. My dad still uses it to this day. They have some of the best scents for body wash.
Okay.
It's really good. Smell it next time you go.
Right. Oh, well, I'm not buying my soap there. I'm buying Ivory or Irish Spring or Lever. Lever 2000, not 1000. That sucks.
I like to smell unique.
Well, I've never heard a complaint, so whatever you're doing, keep it up. Bud from Janesville texted us at 4:10 in the morning. Bud, get some sleep. He says, Pete, baby on board. Your sense of humor kills me. Love your show. Thank you, Bud. I don't even remember when I said that. Bud also says, hey, Pete, I love cookie dough. That's been baked at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. That's how I like it too, Bud.
Yeah.
Not in ice cream. Bud also says, hey, Pete and Conrad, as for the question of the night, this is last night's question. You just say so matter-of-factly, did you not see the herd of buffaloes stop and crap in your mouth? That was our bad breath question. I wouldn't say that to someone, but certainly not someone I run into at 4 in the morning. He says, as the person is trying to figure out what that means, it gives you a chance to walk away. Love your show, Bud from Janesville. Thank you, buddy. We're still on the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You just did a little music teaser there. Did you lose track of time? Let's see. That was too long. We'll get to Carmela from Milwaukee. Pete, Dollar Tree crap. I amaze myself checking out and spending $40 on Choxies. I don't know what that is. Thank you, Carmela. Thank you for the text and thank you for listening. In the 414, this is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight. We're coming back with Craig Kennett.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW. As Wisconsin as a game of cribbage with good friends, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Shali Pittman, filling in for Lisa Hale with this local news update. The city of Green Bay will close portions of Cherry Street starting next Monday, and the closure will last for about 3 weeks. It's for a big plan called the Downtown Interceptors Renewal Project, which aims to replace pipes that date back to the 1930s deep underground. In total, the project will rehabilitate about 13,000 feet of sewer, and it'll cost around $29 million to do it. The project is expected to wrap up in late 2026. More and more sheriff's offices across Wisconsin are making deals with ICE. Under some of these programs, local law enforcement can essentially operate as immigration authorities. Savannah Tomei Olson has more.
The ACLU says 3 years ago, 8 Wisconsin counties were signed on to this program. Well, 7 more have joined just since President Donald Trump took office. Now 13 counties across Wisconsin have formal 287G agreements with ICE. Last week, we reported that at least 3 sheriff's departments across the state have signed agreements with ICE to house people before deportation. Before that, the only ICE detention facility in Wisconsin was Dodge Detention in Juneau. The ACLU report shows that ICE has requested more than 3,000 detainers in Wisconsin over the last 4 years. When honored, those detainers allow someone to be transferred directly to ICE from local sheriff's departments without a warrant signed by a judge. It's optional, but most Wisconsin sheriffs choose to honor them.
Almost all of the 13 sheriffs are in northeastern or central Wisconsin. The Brown County Sheriff has had an agreement since 2020, but Kewaunee County signed its agreement in June. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Shali Pittman for 97.9 WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. How much is Leo DiCaprio worth? In the neighborhood of $30 to $50 million, according to Warner Brothers and Michael Mann. Mann has a finished script for Heat 2, his follow-up to his 1995 film Heat. Attached so far are actors Austin Butler and Adam Driver. Mann's ideal budget is $200 million, which Warner Brothers balked at. Mann did a revised budget for $170 million, and Warner's told him they would like it to be even less expensive. Mann's solution, according to Hollywood Insider, is to sign Leonardo DiCaprio in hopes that it will get Warner's to sign off on a higher budget. The original film was a hit and starred Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Val Kilmer, and Ashley Judd. The sequel will focus on tracking down Val Kilmer's character, who escaped in the first Heat. The film is not quite a lock to get made and is currently in the very early stages of pre-production. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is dropping a line in your favorite fishing spot, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, warm and muggy tonight, maybe a storm late, and lows in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, few showers and storms, heating up, highs up into the mid-80s. Hot and humid Friday, mostly sunny, highs within a few degrees of 90. Right now it's 80.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Todd Albaugh.
Hey, everybody, as summer winds down, we're still enjoying the outdoors.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. I am Pete Schwaba, your loyal host. And we were just talking about Pirating the NFL because the packages are so much. Now, I would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
I would never try to watch the NFL illegally. That would be immoral, Conrad.
Well,
it's something you just don't do unless you're who?
Well, yeah, LeBron James.
LeBron James. That's a real goof. Like, how would he do that?
Yeah, it's
posted something or what?
It's really funny. Yeah, last year during a Cowboys game, posted a picture on his Instagram story.
Yeah,
and it was him watching the game, and he said, "Go Cowboys!" But in the corner, you could see it was Stream East.
Well, listen, $500. LeBron's a pretty frugal guy.
He didn't even want to pay for it. So what does that tell?
He's
what does that tell
funding
them?
schools, you know?
It's really expensive. LeBron James,
he's got his
who's worth millions, doesn't even want to.
You got to cut corners. You got to cut corners. You got to be financially responsible, unlike me. Folks, this is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. Coming up in the second hour, Deandra Marie, a local singer-songwriter, will be here talking about an upcoming show she has. But right now, I'm pretty excited. One of my old pals is in the studio right now. He's been on the show before. You've probably seen his work if you live in Northeast Wisconsin or beyond. Filmmaker, teacher, all-around good guy. Performer.
Yeah.
Improver.
Improviser. Yeah, I'd love to get on here sometime when the Comedy City guys are here.
That is the voice
I was
of Craig
very
Kinnett.
much a part of that for 20 years.
That's
and
what
it
they
just
said.
kind of disappeared from that.
You were forced out or what happened?
Yeah, they kind of, I mean, one too many jokes that went over their head, and it's that they're out of there. It's just, it doesn't necessarily work always.
Craig,
that well.
it's not the audience, it's you.
Oh,
no.
dang!
That's they all know you though when they're in here. It's fun because your name always comes up.
Awesome.
Yeah, welcome back to Nightlight. It's good to have you here, dude.
Good to be here. We gotta keep this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
So, do you have something you waste money on?
You know what? Absolutely. And I was thinking about that as I was kind of waiting to get out here. If you ask my mom or my dad, they'd be like, "You wasted money on comic books all my life, comic books." But you know what, Pete? When I was out at Comic-Con,
right,
and you walk past a shelf that's locked, that's got all these glass cases, you can see what's inside there. You see Superman #1 or whatever, but you also see like a Hulk #1 or a comic that you own that's in better shape than the ones that's sitting over there for $27,000. I'm like, hey, Dad, take a look at what I've got here now.
Remember what you were hassling me about 30 years ago? Here's the thing. Guitars, art, homes, comic books, they appreciate. That's not a waste of money on any level.
I certainly don't think so.
Yeah.
But the thing that I do waste money on is crappy internet connection. How and there's like a farm next to the farm that I live by, and there's something on their silo that I could get better reception if I would just quit doing what I'm doing, but too lazy. Just haven't taken the time to figure all that technology out. Yeah.
It's maddening, and my wife, it drives her crazy because she's like, we look at our credit card bill at the end of the month or our debit card, whatever, and she's like, why are we spending $600 on takeout? Like, we don't cook at home as much. That is a huge,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I wish I could.
Well, meals have gotten ridiculously expensive.
You go to McDonald's, you get a meal and a shake or something, you're in it $15.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into a bar and get a really good burger for less than that. Fast food has gotten really expensive. And that's
kidding.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Craig, what we need to do is stop wasting money and put it into films so you can make more movies. So
Amen.
Tell us let's start with Comic-Con. This is a huge comic book festival in San Diego every year. You seem to go every year, or at least you did last year.
Yeah, the last couple of years I've gotten a chance to go there, but not just as a partaker or just as a customer. I've also gotten a chance to teach a workshop there for comic making for kids and teachers.
How'd you get
I nailed that, man. I am teaching a workshop at Comic-Con. That's a big deal.
That's a really big deal.
And
How did you do
I got
that?
it because I've been making comics with the kids at the Boys and Girls Club here in Green Bay, and in Shawano now, and in Door County, and we've made our 6th comic. And now I've got enough content to make 2 more right now with the kids.
Kidding.
We
Nice.
finished 2 comic strips today. These kids are amazing. You should see it. It's pretty cool. And here's something else that's kind of neat is that when I was at Comic-Con this year, I met this dude that owns the company that grades comics, that they put them in the plastic cases. Conrad, you know what I'm talking about, right? You got sports cards and stuff like that you put in little plastic that you save it. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you're shooting for like a high grade.
Yeah, PSA.
Yeah, but I think that's the sports card thing, right?
Yeah, PSA.
Okay, this is CGC, and they grade comics. I met the guy that's doing that, and I asked him, "Can you grade a kid's comic?" He's like, "Absolutely." So I sent one in. I'm going to get one for my classroom, and he's going to put an ad in the back of our next comic, and we're going to get 20 or 30 different comics graded for our kids.
That's so cool.
Wouldn't that
Craig.
be neat?
What
And
a
then they're going to
great
have
thing
it
that
for
is.
like the next 50 years. So,
like when you do something like that, that's so incredible. Like, do you get a raise?
No, I don't. I'm not going to complain though, Pete. I am
Right.
taken care of very well where I'm at.
You're not a complainer.
No,
I don't expect you to complain. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if people know how cool that is. I guess is what I'm saying.
I need to be the one to definitely realize what an opportunity I have there.
Yeah.
Because my job, Pete, is to take a kid and see what idea they want to try to do.
Yeah.
So if they want to make a movie, bam, I'm like, all right, let's make a movie. Tell me what you want to do. Let's write a script. So I'm getting them to do that. Pete, I've got one little gal, Jocelyn, and her friend Ava. They are writing a script this summer. They shot their last of 3 parts to it 2 days ago, yesterday actually, and she directed it. So this is the 3rd movie that she's done. She's 10 years old, and she directed a movie that has 15 other kids, and she's standing there going, you know what I need you guys to do? Back here, you guys are going to move your head like this.
Wow.
And she was doing this all herself. That is where there's a great reward.
That's incredible.
You can see a kid, and I was talking to her. It's like, you could go on and do this as a career in the future. You would be amazing. Yeah, but I want to sing. And I want to play basketball. So
right.
It's like,
I'd like to be a cop too, and I want to write poetry. Yeah. It is great though that they entertain those thoughts because
I love it.
They should be encouraged to do things and follow their passions and stuff like that. All right, so you did that. What else, Craig? Like, how was California in general? I know you had a good time out there
Pete,
last
there's
year.
a bunch of things I want to talk to you about with that. Typically, I go out there to see one of my best buds who grew up in Menasha, and he's out there trying to make, he's trying to live the dream, I guess, as far as getting acting gigs and whatnot. He has been, the last probably 7 or 8 things that he's done ended up on the cutting room floor. He was in that film with Brad Pitt where it's Babylon. He was in Babylon.
Okay.
Brad Pitt watched his scene, told him it was funny, and then it never made it into the film. So it's like,
why does God hate me?
Yeah, that's such a bummer. But getting out there to see him a week before I go to Comic-Con is a blast. We get a chance to go to all these magnificent places to try to eat. And then we went to Disneyland again. But I also made it to Universal Studios, Pete. That was
I used to live
awesome.
a mile and a half from there.
Seriously?
Loved it. Yeah.
Oh man,
such a fun place.
Have you been there in a while?
I haven't been there in over 10 years. And to be honest, like my experience was, I liked it. I love Disneyland. It's the original.
Oh yeah.
The history behind it, but like Universal was so close to our house and had such cool rides. We just had so much fun there. We bought a year pass. We go all the time.
Amen. Yeah, that's perfect. And I don't know if you've been there since they had the Harry Potter stuff.
No.
I'm not even a super fan, but you can't go through there without your jaw hanging open and being totally impressed with this place. It is just like the castles and everything. It is magnificent. It is so
That's
cool.
So cool.
And then you can get the butter beer that they have. And I'm like, hey, can you jazz this up a little bit? And they're like, yeah, we can put some. What would you like in there? And I'm like, well, you got Jack Daniels. And it's like, yeah, you can. So they gave me a little shot glass of Jack Daniels that you could apply it yourself. They can't sell it to mixed.
Yeah.
But you can get a Jack Daniels and butterbeer, and it was pretty darn good. It wasn't worth the $24 maybe, but you got to try it at least once.
And you're going to drop a ton of money when you go out there anyway. So you might as well, pick your place to cut corners since we're speaking about money anyway. But I will say this. Did you take the studio tour at Universal?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That was fantastic.
And I thought that would be the least thing. Like, I love the rides, but like when they show you the Psycho House and the sets of like Mayberry and all the cool stuff, it is magical.
There was some dude up at the Psycho House too that was just standing there for the whole day. He just stands on the porch and just kind of creepily waves at everybody, and it's pretty cool.
That's new. That's pretty cool.
Wisconsin connection, Pete. Did you know that Psycho was written in Wauwega, Wisconsin? And there's a house in Waupaca that they based the house on.
Right.
So it's it's pretty cool
Block
with that
is
connection
his name.
back.
Howard Block or Edward Block or something?
Yeah, something
Based
like
on
that.
a
Richard
story.
Block.
Yeah, maybe it's Richard. My guest is Craig Knitt. We're talking about Comic-Con. He is fresh back from California. We're getting off on a tangent here, but that's okay. Craig, what if nobody listening has been to Comic-Con, what would you tell them to expect if they were willing to pay the money and go to the actual Comic-Con? What are they going to see, and what would you recommend they see?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. There's a lot of people that go to Comic-Con without having passes. They cannot get onto the certain grounds when you go without, but they can't get a pass. They are unable to get a pass to go, so they will go on the outskirts, and there's all kinds of stuff happening for blocks that is free for the public.
Nice.
So if you can't get in on the floor, you can actually get it in at these other places. So there's Abbott Elementary School had something again. The King of the Hill is coming out with some new stuff right now, so they're hot. Right? Yeah, and there are so many shows that were celebrating their second season. That's the weird thing. It's like, okay, well, we've got Peacemaker 2 that's coming out. Peacemaker 1 was awesome. Conrad, did you see that?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it's funny. Gen V season 2. That's a spin-off of The Boys.
Oh,
I think I've heard you guys talk about that.
Yeah.
Ultra violent show. Percy Jackson season 2. Daryl Dixon season 3 and 4. And then Alien Earth is a new thing that's coming out.
I've heard of that. That's on my list.
Ares, Tron Ares. So there's all these part 2s and all these things that were coming out. There wasn't a lot of like brand new original content that I saw. It was all kind of, even Coyote versus Acme is a a show coming out. So it's all these things that dig back into retro time.
Craig, so it's overwhelming, Comic-Con. I've never been there. But what in about 60 seconds or less, tell people what it is, because you got shows, there's comic books. What is it in a minute or less?
Okay, there is a floor that is probably about a half mile or longer that is filled with different things. We've got a place for Artist Alley where all these famous artists are lining up to draw and do different things. You can get a sketch for anywhere from $20 to $2,000.
Oh, wow.
Then they've got a section for toys with Legos and Star Wars and Hasbro and all this other stuff. They've got a section for movies and studios that are making things. Paramount, Hulu, Disney, a bunch of different things. There's, like we talked about last year, Pete, there's these crazy things out there for Funko Pops. You cannot get a ticket to get a doggone Funko Pop. You remember what those were?
No.
It's a little freaking bobblehead guy that is whatever you've got, and it's just you can't get it. Then you go to the
let's pick up right there after this short break. We'll also find out if Craig ran into our pal Tom Lennon again at Comic-Con this year. We're coming right back with a lots more with local filmmaker Craig Knitt. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Join the family. Civic Media has a number of great jobs across the state open now at civicmedia.us/careers. Remembering Vietnam, brought to you by The Dispensary.
We started getting shot at, so we're running and shooting and diving into the ditches and getting up and running some more. We get to the bodies and it dawns on me. How in the hell are we supposed to carry them back? The captain says, "Give me your rifles." So we picked them up and started carrying them back. We were scared out of our minds. They were still shooting at us. How they missed, I do not know. They must have thought we were nuts. We got about a quarter mile back and somebody had decided, to hell with it. Let's go back there and get the truck and pick them up. That was a bad day. I was so scared going back there and trying to carry them, I couldn't even think about what was going on. Mike Brzezinski, United States Army, Vietnam.
Hear this full story at WGBW.FM. Click on Remembering Vietnam. Brought to you by The Dispensary. Online at thed8dispensary.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, are you feeling summer? Then it's time to feel cheesy with delicious fair food. Feel grand with Wisconsin's top exhibitors, from quilting to horse shows. Feel amped with live music at the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater and Main Stage. And if you're feeling gutsy, Spin City is calling your name. It's time to feel good. July 31st to August 10th, only at Wisconsin State Fair. Presented by U.S. Cellular.
Ladies, if you've been looking for an opportunity to learn how to defend yourself, here's one now. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411 for you, brought to you by Area 509 in Appleton. And this Friday from 11:30 to 1:30 at Family Shooting Academy in Green Bay, you can register for a women's personal safety class. You're going to learn 5 powerful situational awareness tips to avoid threats, critical steps to keep yourself safe, and how to mentally and legally prepare yourself. Best part, this class is free. Sign up now. Head to wgbw.fm and click events.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. I am Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you here with me tonight talking about really cool stuff that we talk about every night here, like movies and TV and music. Deandra Marie, local singer-songwriter, will be here at 7:20, performing in the studio and talking about an upcoming gig she has. Do you know her?
No, but I saw her picture, and she was on like the post that you had with me.
You should meet her
stunning.
because you might need music for one of your movies, Craig. And she's a very talented musician, so she'll be here in the second hour. Our question of the night is, what do you waste money on? And we've had a lot of different responses. We'll read more of your texts as the night goes on.
So far, my favorite is soap.
Soap.
That's so ridiculous. I love it. Why do you waste money on soap?
And then we get this. Julie on the stream says, just waiting for the singer.
Oh, Julie. Julie.
Okay, Julie.
Sometimes when I see you, Julie.
Either way, it's nice to have you, Julie. The singer will be along shortly. All right, Craig Anthony Knitt is here. He is a local filmmaker based here in Northeast Wisconsin, Green Bay more specifically. We just got an update from Comic-Con. Let's talk about you're involved in the giant spider invasion. It's not a remake, Craig.
No.
Let's give people, the giant spider invasion was a film made, I want to say in 1975. Did it come out the same year as Jaws?
Yep.
Bill Rebane is the director. He lives in northern Wisconsin. He's in his late 80s now. He made this cult classic in the 70s called The Giant Spider Invasion.
Yep.
Really fun movie, by the way, to watch.
It's actually better than people give it credit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
When I look at it, it's got some interesting pacing.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, here's a scene, boom, here's a scene, boom. And it goes fairly fast.
And the skipper is in it, right? From Gilligan's Island, Alan Hale.
Yep.
And who else? There was another... Barbara Hale is in it, but there's no relation.
Yep, no relation. The other guy from that cop show, or the Perry Mason show, was in there, and I don't know why my brain is going dead here.
Not Raymond Burr.
Nope.
Or was Perry Mason? Well, either way, let's.
Yeah.
The film came out. It's over 50 years old now. No, 50 years this year.
Yeah, 50
you guys
years
are
this
doing. Year. You and Dan Davies and JB Thompson are doing. What? It's not a remake. It's something kind of unique.
It's an enhancement, ultimately.
Right,
Bill has seen this film for 50 years, and he sees it as far as, there's a couple of holes in here that it's like nobody ever explains how come this guy on the motorbike just dies. well, maybe that's something that we can do. And nobody ever explains where this asteroid is coming from. Well, okay, so he's always had these parts that he wanted to enhance, and it's like when we did that showing in Waiawega, we enhanced the film, the color. We made it a little bit more. We enhanced the luminosity, and we made it a little brighter so that you could see what's going on in it. And it's like, holy cats, this is actually. You can actually see it pretty good. This is a better movie than people give it credit for, once again. So I talked to Bill at that time about, this is something that, Bill, if you ever wanted to, the thing that drives me crazy is just when we see the spider, and we'd love to see more of it, it's gone. So a lot of the shots were a little too quick. Could you ever do anything with that? Well, we could always enhance it. So Dan Davies and JB kind of wanted to do they wanted to reshoot the whole movie, scene for scene, and it was just really interesting. They went up and talked to Bill, and he was all on board for that. And then on the way home, he realized, you know what, that would be way more work than I am capable of doing ultimately. So, I mean, think about it. That's a whole new movie. But he loved the idea of shooting new scenes for it. Right. So I'm like thinking to myself, what could be a new character added in the film that could kind of link everything together and add information and cover some of these. And I'm like, well, there could be a newscaster, and that would be perfect, because now all of a sudden, boom, we're going from scene to scene. We've got this newscaster character, and Dan Davies plays that character.
Okay.
They did shoot a couple things a few weeks ago, and Dan looked fantastic. He looked so good. And when they were shooting it, Bill was laughing. He was loving it. It was great. And then I don't know. I think Bill now he's watched it again, and it's like, he looks too much like Harvey Korman. And I'm like,
Dan Davies?
Yeah. But isn't that perfect? Isn't
that's
that
not a bad thing?
No, that's not a bad thing.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You'd want him to look that part from the 1970s. And so I don't know. We're going to probably end up using that footage for sure. But he wants to add a couple other shots, and some of them are really short and kind of, I don't know, not necessary, but I want him to make them necessary.
Yeah.
Why do you want to put that shot in there?
Right. That's got to be a little overwhelming, remaking kind of a cult classic or enhancing, as you say. But Bill Rebane has been on the show. Dan Davies has been on the show. JB's been on the show. You guys and Ezekiel, you guys are always busy, and I love that. What is your plan? When will it be done, and when can people see it? Are you going to screen it around here?
Well, at one point I was on the production team, and then that kind of came to an end, and then I was on the writing team, and then that kind of came to an end. So it's like I'm still maintaining a positive relationship with Bill, and that's really what's going to be important to me. And I think that we're going to try to get it done before the end of the year for sure, so that we can kind of still take advantage of the 50th year anniversary.
Yeah.
But then Bill also has probably 10 to 12 different other films that are coming out consecutively after that.
Really?
So the Alpha Incident, which is a better movie than Giant Spider Invasion, is actually coming out next. And that might be one that nobody knows about, but it's about a virus, Pete. That wipes out America. The Alpha Incident.
Okay.
Yeah. And
when's
that played
from?
in.
Is that an older one too?
That's an oldie.
78.
For sure.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, Craig Knitt is here, folks. We're going to have a few more minutes with Craig when we come back. We're going to find out what he thought of Fantastic Four. Maybe you and Conrad can butt heads over that.
Ooh.
And we'll find out what he's watching. And I want to talk to you about A Real Wisconsin Goodbye. That's another film you just finished.
Oh, yeah,
gonna play. We
yeah.
can talk about the Milwaukee Shorts Festival. That's coming up after the news in Act 2. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
And you're going on a journey way into the land, and you start breaking down, 'cause you're under strain, and you're jumping on, yes, you're jumping on a fast train.
If it happens in Wisconsin, we'll
local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. President Trump announces that Apple has committed to investing an additional $100 billion more in tech operations in the U.S. for a total of $600 billion.
This is the largest investment Apple has ever made in America and anywhere else.
Alongside the president at the White House, Apple chief Tim Cook. The president announcing a 100% tariff on computer chips and semiconductors made outside the U.S., but not for companies about to or in the process of building U.S. factories. U.S. Army sergeants accused of shooting and wounding 5 other soldiers, co-workers, at Fort Stewart, Georgia, say base officials. He's Sergeant Cornelius Radford. The man accused of fatally shooting 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy in Washington outside a Jewish museum has been indicted on federal hate crime charges, say court documents. Health regulators warn about safety issues with 2 Boston Scientific heart devices linked to injuries and deaths. This is ABC News.
As Wisconsin is brats on the grill for a tailgate, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Shali Pittman, filling in for Lisa Hale with this local news update. For more than 50 years, it's been a sentinel along the shore. The USS Cobia is a living reminder of Manitowoc's submarine legacy. Here, between 1941 and 1945, 28 submarines were born in the heart of the war effort. While the Cobia itself was built in Connecticut, it shares its design with those crafted in Manitowoc. It's been a National Historic Landmark since 1986. The USS Cobia is a living monument, open to tours and even to sleepovers. But everyday wear and tear has taken its toll. A torpedoed tube is missing its door. Zebra and quagga mussels, invasive species, have built up on the bottom. The whole vessel needs a fresh coat of paint. So next month, the USS Cobia will head to Sturgeon Bay, where it'll get its first restoration in nearly 3 decades. Alexandria Bowley grew up with the sub on the shoreline. She's now a spokesperson for the Wisconsin Maritime Museum, the sub's permanent home.
So the boat will be on stilts and they will be able to get completely underneath. So that way they're able to get, for example, all of the mussels off of the bottom.
About a third of the cost of the dry dock is covered by Wisconsin taxpayers. The new state budget, signed into law last month, allocates $500,000 for it. The USS Cobia will leave home next month on September 4th. It'll take 11 hours to tug it to Sturgeon Bay, and there it'll be put on stilts and dry docked by professionals at Fincantieri Bay Shipbuilding. The restoration could take up to 6 weeks. In that time, Manitowoc will be missing a part of its history along the coast. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Shali Pittman for 97.9 WGBW News.
Another Brewers victory. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Brewers wrapping up their series with the Braves in Atlanta. Milwaukee winning again last night, 7-2. Manager Pat Murphy says now the games get tougher.
This is a game that easily, when the other team leaves 14 on base and only scores 2 runs, they certainly didn't get the big hit. So we were fortunate. We got to look at that as, we're fortunate to take advantage of some walks, but that's who we are.
NFL, the Packers signed Nate Hobbs to a 4-year contract worth over $48 million, but he's not going to be in any preseason games. The defensive back says he needed surgery on his right knee after colliding with a teammate in practice last week.
I think it was Thursday's practice. It was a play. It was a collision. It was like slight little minor bump. I felt like I always, something I always get. Somebody ran into me. But it turned out to be something deeper than that. So.
That's Packers defensive back Nate Hobbs. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Download the Civic Media app in the Google Play or Apple App Store and take us everywhere. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, warm and muggy tonight, maybe a storm late, and lows in the mid-60s. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, few showers and storms, heating up, highs up into the mid-80s. Hot and humid Friday, mostly sunny, highs within a few degrees of 90. Right now it's 80.
Maggie Dawn.
Well, I'm off enjoying the sights and sounds of some of my favorite places in Wisconsin. Guest hosts are stepping in with sharp insights into Wisconsin politics and beyond. Don't miss these great conversations.
The Maggie Dawn Show, weekdays 4 till 6.
Mommy,
Can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show,
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who likes to dine and dash, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Night Light, folks. It's a Wednesday edition, one of our favorite editions of the week. Having some fun here tonight. We got a great show. Deandra Marie will be here at 7:20 in the studio performing. She is a local singer-songwriter who has a gig coming up in just a few days. We'll tell you all about that. My guest in the first hour was Craig Anthony Kinnett. We will jump back in with Craig in just a minute here. We talked about Comic-Con and independent film. We're going to talk about a new film he has that's going to play in the Milwaukee Shorts Festival, which is coming up. We'll jump into that in just a minute, too. Our question of the night. Conrad, do you remember the question of the night?
What do you spend your money on? What do you waste your money on?
What do you waste your money on? There's a big difference. So let us know. It's 855-752-4842, or you can text us on the app, or if you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you call it now, and Facebook, you can drop us a stream comment as well. We've gotten a few of those, and we'll catch up on texts very soon. We also talked about, what else did we talk about, Conrad? Gotta give a recap here.
There's a new smoothie.
That sounds disgusting, you
terrible?
guys.
I know.
It sounds fantastic. I don't
really.
Oh yeah.
You might as well throw a steak in there then right away.
Why don't you sip on your Heinz ketchup smoothie while you cleanse yourself with your Sydney Sweeney bar of soap?
Oh, that sounds like a great day.
Sounds a nutty night at home, doesn't it? So we will get to all of this in just a moment, folks. But let us know what your response to the question is. It's a fun question. And I said DoorDash and food delivery. I waste more than I would like to with that. Conrad said protein bars. Our guest, Craig, what did you say?
I said bad internet connections.
Bad internet connections. What do you pay for the internet?
Oh, my God. I think it's like $150. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
That's too much.
And it's because we want to keep a landline, too. Otherwise, we wouldn't have it.
It's awful. Conrad said that you said your mom sent you this. What you want to put that on the stream? People can see that. What is that? Simply Fuel protein balls?
Yep, and
chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yep, she wanted to make sure that you saw the flavor.
What in the heck?
And get your thoughts on that.
So that wraps like 3 questions of the night into one, because we talked. Well, cookie dough wasn't a question of the night, but
that was from yesterday.
Cookie dough has taken over the world. It's terrible. Chocolate chip cookies, probiotics, and protein.
Look at that.
That's a kind of a cool thing.
Have you tasted them?
I haven't, but you can get them at Sam's Club.
I believe that.
Nice.
Sam's Club offers a lot of goods and services. And then we will get to some texts in just a few minutes here. But Sydney from Oregon says, Mr. Shield glass screen protectors. I don't know what the...
I think that's
your
for your
computer
phone.
And your,
for your phone.
Screen
so
off?
It protects your phone screen so that they don't crack, and then they probably crack anyways.
Okay. Tony the Trucker says, Pete, Tony's in the 608. He says, Pete, lottery tickets, but you can't win unless you play.
He's right.
When I do win, it's not enough to impact my life, so I reinvest, hoping to hit the big one. Good luck, Tony. And if you win, give us a taste, will you? It's the least you could do. Steve in Florida, he's in the 920. At least his cell phone is. He says, even though I only buy a couple of Powerball tickets a week, $4. I feel like I'm wasting my money. But as the saying goes, you can't win unless you buy a ticket. That seems to be the theme here on the text line right now. He says maybe someday. I'm with you, Steve. I buy a ticket when I think of it, but I don't think I've ever hit more than one number.
Oh, I hear you completely.
It's almost like the odds are very difficult.
When they get up into the billions of dollars, Pete, it's like you have to buy one. Just for that second of thought in your head. It's like, oh my God, what would happen if I... And then you start thinking about how your life would change. And you know what? You really, really think about how your life would change. That's a movie right there waiting to happen, Pete.
I would tell all my friends to take a hike, and I would get some new ones, and I would move somewhere exotic.
You'd have to almost. People would be coming out of the woodwork to try to...
People wouldn't understand me anymore. I've got new friends, and I've got money. I'm sorry. This is the way life goes. It is interesting, though, because one night, we were cleaning up I think this was during COVID.
Okay.
We were cleaning the kitchen, and I think my son, I thought he accidentally threw a lottery ticket away, and there was no winner, and we hadn't checked it yet.
Ooh.
And I said, you are going through the garbage, because I guarantee you, if we don't find that ticket, it's going to be a winner.
It's the winner.
So, all right, let's jump back in with our guest, Craig Kinnett. Let us know what you think, though, folks. What do you waste money on? That's the question of the night. The Nightlight question of the night. You're friends with Scott Harp, who's a Marinette native and made a film called Single Action Cult years ago that I saw at the Mariner Theater in Marinette. Scott is a great guy. How did you guys meet?
Actually, I met Scott almost accidentally because we were both into film, and Scott was just starting up trying to make something with film here in Green Bay.
Okay.
And that was like, I was a part of that very first meeting, and I brought a couple people to it, and it was probably only about 7 or 8 people that were filmmakers, and we all got together in Scott Harp's basement, and we ended up calling it the Independent Filmmakers Guild, the IFG.
Nice.
We had a long run. We had a very healthy run of about 5 or 6 years. We would make movies. We'd share them every month. And Scott and his buddy, Scott McPherson, those guys were inseparable. They would always make things together. Brilliant and funny guys. So we'd all make these movies. Then we'd have a ton of stuff we could enter in film festivals. And it was just a really good, healthy way of creating. And we'd each inspire each other by kind of having this little bit of a competitive edge to it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this next month we're going to make a horror movie. You got to keep it under 5 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
And we're going to share them then that night. That was a blast. That was super fun.
Parameters are good, I think, under circumstances like that.
I think it actually helps you to be more creative.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's like if there's nothing there, you're just so wide open, especially when you're working with kids or anybody that doesn't have a lot of experience with that.
Yeah.
Giving them those guidelines helps them a little bit to stay within the tracks and make something cool.
That is the voice of my guest, Craig Kinnett, who's joining me in studio here. You have How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah,
I have to bring that up because Conrad,
hey,
that's like his
check
favorite
this
show.
out. Look at here. I got you a gift, and you can share these with Pete if you want.
Okay.
This is my buddy works at Fox Studios, and he worked in the Nakatomi Plaza building.
Oh yeah,
the one from the Die Hard.
You can't miss that.
You can't
from the freeway. It's like, oh, there's the Die Hard building.
Yeah,
it's great.
and so he was working in there, and I had to shoot some footage of him, and then we went up in there that night and could see, LA all the way around. It was super awesome.
So
and they had a whole bunch of DVDs and stuff that they were giving away. And I had most of them, but I didn't have these. And I thought, let's bring these back for Conrad.
That's awesome.
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother. I heard you talk about that so many times.
We've got to turn
My favorite
up
show.
Our gift buying a notch here, Conrad, because neither one of us are particularly good gift getters. Craig brought salsa one time.
Oh, yeah. I got to make some
brought
salsa.
something else another time, too.
Oh, I can't.
You bring a lot of stuff. You don't have to do that. But thank you. On
And
behalf
before
of
we
Conrad.
jump away from Comic-Con, too, I wanted to let you know that there was a person that was there that's never been to Comic-Con before, George Lucas, Star Wars fame. He's never been to Comic-Con before. Yeah. And, well, I take that back. He hasn't been there in many, 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 many years.
Okay.
And he was there not to talk about Star Wars. He was there to talk about the George Lucas Museum of Narrative Art.
Where's that?
It's going to be opening somewhere in California, but it's storyboarding, it's props, it's all the things that go into making film, and it's going to be in this museum, not just Star Wars stuff, but anything from different movies that he's been intrigued by.
Cool.
So that's a pretty cool announcement, I thought.
Tell us about, all right, you have a film you worked on called A Real Wisconsin Goodbye. The Milwaukee Shorts Film Festival starts September 6th. That's right around the corner.
Yep.
And or that's when your film is screening. What's that film about?
Okay. Well, that was the working title. It's Wisconsin Goodbye. And if you've ever tried to leave a party, everybody's just so polite, and it's like, oh, hey, let me get you another beer. No, I gotta get going. Did you try the Kringle yet? Have you tried that?
Oh, I meant to ask you.
Yeah. Oh, did I? Yeah. Did you talk about, so all these things,
it's ridiculous,
and all these reasons for keeping people still there at the party, and that's what this ultimately is. The title of the film is called Daniel Needs to Leave, and it stars Daniel Wheeler, who's also been on the show. Yeah. So, and he is brilliant in it because all he wants to do is get out of here politely from A to B. And it goes from, your typical polite response into a little bit of horror and then back out of it. So it's a quick short film, and I shot it all on my cell phone here.
Nice.
And that was part of the experiment as well. I wanted to see what we could do shooting it on a cell phone, utilizing that as the audio. That was tricky because I had to really fix some of that. But the end results were pretty cool, and it told the story that I wanted, and the camera floats through the whole party, so it's just kind of moving through there, and it was pretty awesome.
That's fantastic. So, all right, so if you want to check out this film, it sounds great. That sounds tedious to shoot, though. Working through a party for continuity's sake, was it difficult or?
It was, but you know what? Think about it. It's a almost 10-minute film, and I got it shot in 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
That is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ever, especially choreographing almost 20 people.
Wow.
Trying to get everybody in the right spot. And we did about 2 or 3 takes on each run through. And I don't know, it's organic, and it worked out really well.
Is there nudity?
No, although Dan Davies talks about it. That's
not the same thing.
No, I know, but he's always
as a
talking
director,
about that.
Craig, you could just be naked. Everybody else on camera
I was
is
in
clothed.
the shower.
Okay.
I was in the shower in the scene, but it's
Can't wait to see this is the first short film ever rated
Pete,
NC-17.
I called you.
You did?
Well, I didn't call you, but I sent you a text. It's like, come on down, be in this movie, and you're like, oh, well, you're gonna have to pay for my air flight.
I was half kidding. Well, good luck with that. I hope you break a leg. I hope the screening
I'd love
goes
to get
well.
your kid involved too.
Yeah.
Sometime, especially if he's just getting started and getting some things done.
Yeah, no, he's got some short films, and he loves it. He's consumed by it. So he writes every day, and he's like taking acting classes, and it's like a father's nightmare. But I'm also supportive. So that's. Hey, before you get out of here, I want to get your take on Fantastic Four, because I know Conrad was lukewarm on it, right, Con?
No, I enjoyed it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I must be thinking of the Conrad spelled with a C.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Okay.
I enjoyed it. I really did. I was hoping for more, honestly, because that's, Marvel's trying so hard to get themselves out of a hole a little bit. And they need to. They need to make these movies really strong. Conrad, every single time the Thing came on the screen with a beard, I said audibly, stupid, stupid.
Oh, you
said that.
I was so
frustrated with that. There was one time in the Thing's history where he had a beard, and it was a fake beard. And then there was another time. There were 2 other times that he's had a beard, and one is after 1,000 years of living, and once a year he was able to turn back into human. So after 1,000 years of him turning into human one day, he had a beard. Otherwise, it didn't happen.
Well.
So some goon from Hollywood who thought it would be funny or cool. God, he'd look so hip and cool. Let's give him a beard.
Well, you got to take it easy.
Yeah, but every time Galactus was on the screen, or Galacticus, as my friends like to say, it was jaw-dropping awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
That character was impressive.
That's an endorsement. All right. Thank you, buddy. Always fun to have you in the studio.
I love coming on the show.
Whether
Pete.
you're on the show by Morse code, whatever. It's just great to have you here, and continued success. And let's keep talking about all your movie stuff.
Yes, I got some other surprises coming your way, too,
I bet
Pete.
you do. You always do. You're a busy guy. All right. That's Craig Kinnett. We're coming right back with Deandra Marie, and we're going to read some of your texts. That's up next on Nightlight on this Wednesday night. I'm Pete Schwaba, and you've got the Civic Media Radio Network.
Just another night, another vision of love. You feel joy, you feel pain, 'cause nothing
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
Hi, I'm Kristen Ambos, Wisconsin's #1 female loan officer for residential mortgages. Every loan is unique, and I'm committed to your financial well-being. Let's chat today at 920-606-1156 and check out my podcast, Always on Point.
Attention book lovers! This summer we are celebrating Northeast Wisconsin's independent bookstores. Visiting Algoma, the gorgeous Yardstick Books on Steel Street is a local gem and a hub for the literary community. Pick up a novel for yourself or a picture book for the kids. Order online at yardstickalgoma.com or stop by on your way to the beach and help keep booksellers in our community.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'm gonna put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that? I'm gonna give you a ticket. Bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh my God. Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to
I get so lost sometimes.
Welcome back. Craig is like a freight train, isn't he? He just like, the guy's got so much stuff to say. He's a great guest. He just keeps going. He's at Comic-Con. He's making a movie. He's doing this. In just a few minutes, folks, my second guest of the night will be here in the studio, Deandra Marie. If you're watching on the stream, you can see Deandra and her boyfriend, Craig, setting stuff up. Hopefully, Craig is okay being on camera. I don't know if that's... Is that okay, Craig? No, he's like cowering. Sorry. All right. So our question of the night, folks, is what do you waste money on? And we've gotten some really good responses. Conrad said protein bars. I said food delivery, like DoorDash, Uber Eats, that kind of thing. But let's get to some texts. Daniel Wheeler says iced coffees.
Yeah.
If I prepared better, I could steep it in the refrigerator the night before. Most of the stuff we spend money on is like that kind of stuff. We could just do it ourselves. Our pal Dan Davies says copious amounts of beer and little Debbie snacks. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Little Debbie's is...
That's like their Hostess wannabes. He says, I wish someone could come up with a Little Debbie flavored beer. They could call it Little Deb Brow. Sorry, my life sucks. Well, do you have to bring us down with you, Dan? I'm kidding. Half kidding. Yeah, you had me, the beer I can see, but the Little Debbie, I don't know about that. Sheila Rosenberg says, bags of baby carrots. That's what she wastes money on? She says, every week I tell myself I'm going to eat them. Every week I toss a bag of moldy, slimy carrots into the trash. It's a vicious cycle. At least you're throwing out healthy food, Sheila, and not wasting. You're not throwing out unhealthy food. Barry McClure on social media says, everything. LOL. It's crazy how much it costs to live nowadays. That's true. And it's funny because there's some comic that does a joke about every time you leave your house, it's $100. I went, filled the car with gas, got some groceries, dropped my daughter for $100. Went to the coffee shop, did this, $100. Monica Hale says, chocolate, lots of chocolate. She says, cookie dough protein bars do not taste like cookie dough, just like raspberry cheesecake yogurt does not taste like cheesecake. Well said, Monica. This is one I totally agree with, and I'm upset Ezekiel beat me to it. He says health insurance, way too expensive. And it drives me crazy when people say, well, we have the best health. You know, you go to a foreign country and you sit in a waiting room for 4 hours. I do that here, and I have insurance. Health insurance is ridiculous. Great one. That's the text of the night, Ezekiel. All right, I think we got all the social media texts. Let's turn our attention to the text line. Ladies and gentlemen, you can text us at 855-752-4842. I want to point out, too, that Julie is listening on the stream or watching on the stream. She's waiting for Deandra Marie to come on the show, and she'll be here in just a few moments, Julie. And Julie said, just waiting for the singer, which could be construed as rude, but she did not mean it like that. She said, that's my mom. So she said, waiting for the singer came from my mom and dad. Nothing against Craig. But she is eagerly awaiting Deandra Marie, as we all are. She will be here in just a few minutes, and she has fans listening, as she often does. Paula Krieger, Conrad's mom, says, all the different streaming services just to watch a few series that we enjoy. I wish it would all be on one service.
For $400 a month. For one.
400 only? Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Nick from the 608 says, I go to my favorite record stores and occasionally online to buy vinyl records and CDs like there's no tomorrow. Got so much music, I will have to open up my own shop. Well, there you go. It's like, that's how eBay started, right?
I think so.
I think so. A woman told her husband to clean out the garage and he became rich. So this is that 3-pack shield. How much are those, Conrad, those screen?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
On the picture, but
sorry, Sydney. Thank you for sharing that, though. That is you didn't have to support your argument. I believed that he was spending too much. Mark from the Sac. That's Prairie to Sac. For those of you scoring at home in the 608, he says, "Wasn't there a song, Julie, Julie, Do You Love Me?" Does that sound familiar?
No.
We'll ask Deandra when she gets here. She's the music person. And more screen protector stuff from Sydney. Good stuff. Are we repeating here? Here we go. Annie from Watertown. She, her cell phone anyway, is in the 920. She says avocados. They're expensive, but it's like a superfood. That's like the one food you could live off of. So I hear you, Annie. But I love avocados. Carrie from Tosa, she's in the 414, says kombucha. I never know if I'm saying this.
Kombucha.
Kombucha. So the CH is not silent.
It is not.
Kombucha tea. I don't drink it, so I don't know how expensive it is, Carrie, but I take your word for it. Thank you. Robert from La Crosse says, I used to indulge in Cinnabon, but the business supported Project 2025. Oh, Project 2025 ended that waste of money. Well, sometimes they make it easy for you, right, Robert? Thank you for the text. Con, I feel like I missed. Did we get John from Madison? We didn't read his text yet.
I don't think so.
What is that picture he sent?
Oh, well,
is that who he calls his old lady?
Yeah.
I cannot condone that kind of talk. But she seems fine with it, right? So who am I? John from Madison. We love John. He's in the 608. He says, Peter, my old lady, attached. He sent us a picture of his wife.
Yep.
What are we supposed to do with that?
He's just being nice.
Your wife is a beautiful woman, John. Is this like some kind of pervy thing where I'm supposed to send John a picture of my wife now and we go back and forth?
No, I don't think so.
John's got a sense of humor. He says, she's what makes me happy all the time. My beautiful bride is 11 years younger than me, hence my teasing. I suppose I am a cradle robber at best, but we all know the marriagey types of things are a little lax in Tennessee. Our home, sweet home, Knoxville. I thought they were Madison people. Maybe they're transplants from Knoxville. Just kidding. We are, oh, God. He says, just kidding. We are Flatlanders. We are now proud Wisconsinites for 25 years. Love your show so very much. Makes my day. John, you make my day, buddy. Keep those texts coming. And he already is. He says, so I waste all my money on her and beer. Well, it's nice to meet your old lady, John. If you can call her that, I think we can call her that. Keep those texts coming, folks. Hey, this is exciting. Deandra Marie is here in the studio, folks, and she's going to perform her new song. And we're going to tell you about her gig that you can check her out at in just a couple days here in Northeast Wisconsin. It's Pete Schwaba and Night Light on the Civic Media Radio Network.
headphones, Pete? You can sit over there. And then have headphones. Like, that's what my parents have done. You should be able to hear and see everything then, if you want. If you so desire, if Pete's okay with it.
I'm totally fine. You know that. You've brought with you the most interesting variable groupies. You had both folks one night, then one parent, and now a boyfriend. So
I like to change it up.
You like to change
What
it
can
up.
I say?
That's awesome.
Course is right. I need to find an answer on the road. I used to be a heart beating for
Welcome back. Okay, on the stream, Julie did clarify there is a song called called Julie, 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 Do You Love Me? So we've we've answered that question. Thank you, Julie, for sharing that. And you should know songs that are written for you. Lots of good songs with girls' names in it. Thank you, Julie, and thank you for listening. And you're about to be in luck because your pal, the very talented Deandra Marie, is here with us now in studio. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Local singer-songwriter Deandra Marie. She's been on the show before. If you're a regular listener, you've probably heard her. She does great work, and she is based out of Northeast Wisconsin. And we wanted to have you back on when you got closer to a gig you have coming up. So tell people where they can see you in a couple days.
Yeah, so you can find me at the Cup of Joy this Saturday night at 7:30, and that's on Main Street, 525.
Right down the road.
Yep, not
Okay,
far.
you've been there before, right?
Yep, this will
Good
be my
venue?
second time. Yeah, it's a great venue, family
Okay.
friendly. It's a great setup. A lot of different varieties of music and bands that come in there. So
That's great.
excited
And
to be back.
How long of a set are you going to play?
It's about 45 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So I'm doing a shared night with another local group called Untapped Potential, and they're
Okay.
based out of the Appleton area also.
Who is there like a headliner? Do you guys just split time, or how does
We
that
just
work?
kind of split time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, you're going to play something for us, but before we do that, how are you? What is new? Catch us up in the world of Deandra Marie, because all I have is a website,
Yeah.
and now here you are in the flesh. Is the website up and current?
Yeah, I would say the website's pretty current. Things kind of slowed down for a bit, because I work full time, and so this is kind of like a part-time thing
Yeah.
for me, but I obviously enjoy it. But yeah, just been busy. I did a couple events this summer since I've seen you, like a couple national anthems. Actually sang out at the Timber Rattlers Stadium.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Really, really well. It was fun.
Is that an intimidating song to sing because, everybody knows it so well, and there have been like legendary mess ups of it on national TV.
Yeah.
Is it intimidating singing the national anthem?
I think it can be.
Yeah.
I think like anything, it's kind of a mindset.
Okay.
Personally, I think sharing my own music is a little scarier because it's more vulnerable and personal.
Sure.
So a lot of times in my mind, I'm like, people aren't here to see me. They're here to see like the football game or the baseball game,
Okay.
right? So I don't know. Maybe I have a different mindset. I haven't messed it up yet, so let's knock on wood.
Well, if we have time, you can sing the national anthem.
gosh.
No one's ever closed the show that way before. Just think
Third
about
time's
it.
the charm. I mean, I'm making a statement here tonight.
So, all right. So you did that. That's a cool thing. What is your day job? What do you do during the day?
I'm in sales. I do a truck leasing in Appleton. Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever gotten a song out of your day job, or
Not yet.
nothing inspiring?
No.
Okay. What kind of trucks?
Big semi trucks.
The semi trucks.
Like day cabs and straight trucks and reefer trucks. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well,
Yep.
very cool. I have so many questions for you. Okay.
Fire away, Pete.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Cup of Joy, August 9th,
Yes.
7:30, family friendly.
Yes.
All right. On your website, this is interesting. It says, I think your song is called Imperfect Me.
Yes.
You've played that here, right?
I'm not sure if I played that one or not.
Okay. What does this mean? You say it crushes gospel stereotypes. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so maybe we touched on this one of the shows. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
it sounds familiar. But anyways, Imperfect Me is inspired by the scripture that says we don't have to be good enough to come to Christ.
Okay.
You know, his sacrifice on the cross makes us good enough.
Okay.
So that inspired the song of coming to him imperfect.
Okay.
Right. So we can't earn anything. So that's kind of what the song is about. Like not having to be good enough to earn salvation or grace. Like it's a free gift that's given. So that inspired that song.
I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but what if you are perfect when you go?
I'm not sure. I don't have the answer to that one.
All right. So those of you listening have probably figured out that Deandra is a Christian artist or spiritual. How do you define yourself?
Christian singer-songwriter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Given that, because we've talked about this in the past too, some artists have like spiritual undertones or overtones in their music, but probably wouldn't identify that way.
Sure.
Do you feel limited when you say I'm a Christian artist? Do you feel like, are there things you don't want to sing about or maybe would, but don't because you consider yourself a Christian artist?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I hold myself to a certain standard.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say like, I mean, I feel like my music, a lot of it is written about real life things as we've kind of touched on. So it can kind of, you know, it's relatable in a sense, but it could maybe go both ways.
Yeah.
So, but I try to have, I consider it maybe like a heartbreak and hope kind of feel, like a positive hope message.
You've, when you've performed on this show in the past, some of your songs are very personal. And it's interesting that you say you're more intimidated singing those. Do you ever, when you perform, are you ever like, I don't want to go there tonight. I don't feel like opening up to people, but you have to. How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, that's such a great question. And I do feel like that, Pete. Like, it's scary. Like, it's very vulnerable because you're exposing, like, you're opening yourself up to rejection, right? You're exposing, like, okay, these are parts of my heart. They're parts of my story. And to me, that's scarier than singing the national anthem because it's just the national anthem, even though it's not just the national anthem, but it is.
Right. Did you have a question, Con?
Oh, no.
He, like, looked at me and brought the mic to his mouth. I thought you were going to break a story or something. Okay. Conrad is also a Christian artist, but he finger paints. People walking by, some of your he's a Christian finger painter, and they don't
seriously,
get enough,
Conrad.
Don't get enough,
you're holding out on me again. I haven't seen any of your work yet. I'm so disappointed.
I don't show it to the public.
He's very
understood because it's vulnerable, right? It's scary.
All right, Deandra Marie is my guest. She is a Northeast Wisconsin-based, Appleton-based, more accurately, singer-songwriter, and she is performing at Cup of Joy on August 9th at 7:30, right down the road here on Main Street if you live in Green Bay. So what are you going to play for us tonight? Have you decided that you were kind of back and forth?
I don't know. Should I play Imperfect Me? It's kind of skinny on the piano. Without my full band, but you know.
You just got to sing something or I'm going to start singing, and nobody wants that.
Well, maybe I should just turn it over to you and you can start singing.
Here's the thing about that. I've been promoting you all day, so I'm going to leave this up to you, and you sing whatever you would like to.
And if that were the case, then I'd have to invite you to come to my show on Saturday to sing.
That's true. And again, nobody wants that. So, yeah, whatever you want.
All right. This is
a
little bit troublesome for me. Okay. I'm going to play a song I wrote called Scary Close.
All right. Here's Deandra Marie in studio singing Scary Close.
Reminding me of you before, and you left
Are you going to play that on the 9th?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With a band.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have some people there with me. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. So what inspired what's your most popular song, would you say? And where can people find your music, Deandra?
I don't know what my most popular song is because I'm still kind of starting out.
Okay.
I get a lot of feedback from Moving Forward from that song and from Scary Close. But yeah, all my music is streamable on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Amazon Music, things like that.
And you brought swag in with you last time.
Yeah,
and I've worked out a couple times in that T-shirt. I'm giving it a good run for its money.
All right.
So you wouldn't know
Fair
it to
enough.
look at me, but I do work out sometimes.
I thought you'd be rocking that swag today. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed.
You need shirts with a collar because I dress up a little bit when I go on the air.
I'll remember that.
All right. Who are your influences? Like when you were growing up, you've been musical your whole life, if I remember correctly. When did you decide that like the Christian rock sound was going to be your thing? How old were you, and do you have influences in that genre, or are your influences from when you were younger?
That's a great question. I have a lot of influences. I feel like my music variety is fairly diverse, although, I have my favorites.
Yeah.
I grew up, listening to Whitney Houston and CeCe Winans and all the big gospel-y singers. I'm a big fan of Mandisa, who's no longer here. She's a big influence for me. She's a Christian artist.
Okay.
But yeah, I listen to a lot of Christian music, but I also love rock and R&B, like Jill Scott and people like that. So Tori Kelly.
Right. We just got a text, too, that said, well, we'll read these when we come back. We're going to do a very short break, and we'll come back. We'll have a few more minutes with our in-studio guest here, Deandra Marie, local Appleton-based singer-songwriter who just performed Imperfect Me. Very nicely done. We will tell you more about where you can see her in the next couple days, and we'll finish up some text, too. This is Night Light with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Gonna tell you what you can do with my love. All right. Let you know, girl, you're looking good. You're out of sight. All right. Just move yourself and you glide like a 747 and you lose yourself in the sky among the clouds in the heaven cause. Let this groove right up the fuse. It's all right, all right, all right.
Connecting audiences, powering brands. This is Civic Media. Learn more at civicmedia.us/advertise.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Experience northern Wisconsin this season and book your vacation at Lena's Northern Pines Resort on beautiful Butternut Lake in Butternut, Wisconsin. This quaint resort has it all. A full-service resort and restaurant, open year-round for all your seasons, from ATVing to snowmobiling, grouse hunting, deer hunting, and even ice fishing. Or just come to relax with the whole family. And there's also an event space for that perfect occasion that you might be celebrating. Butternut Lake is a 1,000-plus acre Class A musky lake, along with walleye, crappie, perch, and panfish that the kids love to catch. It's perfect for escaping the hustle and bustle of the city. Check your next adventure out today. Go to northernpines.net, www.northernpines.net.
Escape to the hidden gem of the Midwest, Chula Vista Resort. Relax with modern comforts and breathtaking views. Thrill into water parks and swing into championship golf. Savor diverse dining options. Book your summer retreat now. Call 1-800-388-4782 or visit chulavistaresort.com.
Chula Vista Resort is one of the top 10 indoor water parks in the USA with 26 water slides over 1.5 miles long. Find out more at chulavistaresort.com.
If you're like me and Netflix got you sucked into those glass-blowing reality TV shows, then you're going to love this new Wisco 411. It's brought to you by Area 509 in Appleton. Did you know that the nation's only outdoor all-glass art event is in Neenah, Wisconsin? That's right, this Saturday from 10 till 5 at the Bergstrom Mahler Museum of Glass, you can witness the beauty of the annual Glass Arts Festival. It's free entry, you can watch glass-blowing demonstrations, enjoy live music, entertainment for the kids, and talk to over 40 different artists from all around the country. Head to WGBW.FM and click events.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs.
Welcome back to Night Light. I'm Pete Schwaba. We have a great show tomorrow night, folks. Wheezy Waiter himself, the Wheezy Waiter, he is a YouTube influencer with like over 1 million followers. I can't even comprehend that. He's also known as Craig Benzine, and he is a director and has a movie called No Packers, No Life. Craig will be here tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m., and he's going to do the popcorn pick of the week, so that'll be fun. Craig is a great guy. I interviewed him on my PBS show. And he's just he's a spectacular guest. So I'm excited to talk to Craig tomorrow. And then we've got a new sport, Conrad.
Yeah, and you
tell
said,
the people what the sport is. I think this is pretty cool.
It's called Cub,
mm-hmm.
and it's more like I feel like kind of like a outdoor
it's a lawn game.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, so you said you played it, didn't you?
I did. I played it at my nephew's wedding or my niece's wedding. And we'll have Savannah Schindler here from Beloit, who is going to talk about this cool yard game. That's tomorrow night at 7:35. So Craig and Savannah will be here tomorrow night. We have a few more minutes with our guest, Deandra Marie. We did establish that is Deandra's mother, who was on the stream. She said, "We like you, Pete, but we love Deandra Marie, mom and dad." Okay, I'll take a like from somebody else's parents. They've been here. I feel like we're kind of friends, though. They've been here a couple times, right?
Yeah, you've met more than once. Now you're friends. So.
All right. So I guess it's nice to hear from you, Julie. But, you know, you don't have to wait till Deandra Marie's on the show to text in. So I'm just saying, putting it out there. Here, Annie from Watertown says, we've got Tom from New Berlin. He says, all my remodeling jobs, I do always buy more material than I will ever use. That's still a job, though, Tom. I don't know if that's wasting money. Hopefully you can sell it back. He says tools, screws, plumbing things, etc. Conrad, now you know a good plumber. Tom will come over and fix everything right up. I'm only half kidding. Annie from Watertown chimes in again and says, oh, my God, before became sophisticated ninth graders, Carole King, Carly Simon, James Taylor, etc., Julie Bloor was gaga with Bobby Sherman's Julie, 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 Do You Love Me? He was bigger than David Cassidy. So there you go. You could write a song about your mom. Steady Eddie in the 608 says, Pete.
Steady Eddie, still around.
You remember Steady Eddie?
Absolutely.
He's one of our faves. He always brings it. He says, Pete, I heard you busting Sylvester Stallone's chops for his still being jacked at 75. Yeah, that's a little weird. He says, what about you, Pete Schwaba? I occasionally watch you on YouTube. Tell me you're not juicing. How do you explain those bowling shirts with the sleeves strained to the seams? There's a lot of extra space here. He says, bulging biceps do not lie. You might want to cut down on your gym time. Just saying. Steady Eddie, here's what I do. I do go to the gym, but I end up kind of just like walking around, talking to people.
Or you just wear my T-shirt.
I wear Deandra's T-shirts, try to get her name out there. He says, P.S. Julie, Do You Love Me? Bobby Sherman, 1970. He was an actor and a one-hit wonder. Steady Eddie. Thank you, buddy.
Steady Eddie.
And John Murray, again from Madison, says, angelic voice and soulful, so beautiful, about our guest, Deandra. Thank you, John. Do you have a nice message you want to say to John?
Thank you for your kind words. That's really thoughtful that you guys are watching.
He shared pictures of his old lady. He calls her his old lady, so I can say that. I'm not being disrespectful. And she seems to get a kick out of it, so it's fun. John says, Pete's best guest list just got a singer, special lady. Very nice. Thank you, John, on behalf of Deandra and myself. We have about a couple minutes left, so what's the next step for you? You said you're just starting out.
Yeah, I mean, next steps are just looking for more opportunities, and they come with exposure, right? And people often invite me to different events, if it's like a wedding, or I just got invited to do some music at a big event for like suicide awareness this fall, which will be really special. You know, it's a heavy topic, and I'm happy to get involved with something like that. So
I have been to some shows where the artist has made me want to commit suicide and kill myself. So I think if you could, I don't mean to make light. Is that
wow?
Looking for a button to push.
Wow.
No, that is how do you approach a gig like that? Because it's such a touchy topic.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I mean, it is touchy, right? But like for me, it's an honor because like those are things that are close and near and dear to my heart.
Yeah,
and since I write about personal things, you know, I think they're looking for. I think they need a national anthem singer. They want a couple like church songs or hymns, so I can do that. And then I haven't got like the full menu yet or script or what they're looking for, but I
keep
can
it
be
safe
flexible
for the most part,
Keep it
right?
safe.
I mean, seriously, that is. I don't envy you. That sounds like it would be a tough gig. All right, Deandra,
Can't be any tougher than being on the show here. So
listen, you crushed it. What do you want? You want a studio audience next time?
Yeah,
Craig
absolutely.
will bring his friends. And
I
come on,
absolutely do.
And bring your folks. I'm a little offended your folks didn't come this time. I don't know what I said last time that kept Julie and.
Well, ask her. She's on the.
Yeah, Julie, fess up. What's going on?
Fess up.
All right, it's time for that question that I ask most of my guests. What are you binge watching? You watching anything on TV you could share with us?
I am. I'm watching Castle.
Oh, God, that's supposed to be a great show.
I like it. I do.
Okay, a lot of people say that when I ask them that. That's Conrad. Have you seen Castle?
I've seen like clips of it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a full episode. I don't think I've seen clips on like TikTok and stuff.
Do you actually binge it? Like, do you watch 3-4 episodes in a row, or is it something?
Yeah.
Okay,
I do.
that's good. That's okay.
I'm trying to remember what I was watching before that.
You're officially a couch potato.
Yeah, I have my moments. I
She
definitely
didn't
have
even
my
catch
moments.
that, Conrad.
Oh, I did.
You're a Deandra potato.
A Deandra potato?
Sure, that's the thing.
I can roll with that.
John Murray says Ave Maria. Do you sing Ave Maria? That's
I
one of
haven't
the most
sang that
beautiful
in a long
songs
time.
ever.
Probably since my classical training days in school. So don't hold your breath.
But you're classically trained.
A little
That's incredible.
bit.
Okay.
A little bit, yes.
All right. John says, Pete, please sing Ave Maria. Yeah.
Do it, Pete.
Maybe I will at some
Do
point.
it.
Not tonight though. Let's let things build a little bit.
Do
and one of these
it.
nights I just might spring it on people. You'll just have to listen, folks. You can't just tune in when Deandra Marie's here. Julie says, sorry, next time, do you serve wine?
I figured it was coming.
Conrad makes it in his basement. I'll bring some of that, and we'll have wine ready for you next time, Julie.
Hook us up.
I would like to thank my guest, Deandra Marie. Great job. Craig Kinnett, thank you for all your texts and calls. Always so much fun here at Nightlight, folks. On behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
Oh,